High BTU. These also are custom-built plants. Several technologies have been used. I'd say the most common now is the membrane process, or PSA. There's been molecular sieves and liquid processes also used. The problem with this is you're taking a gas that's about half methane and about half CO2 and taking out the CO2. Well, if you're pulling on your well field and you have any nitrogen or oxygen coming through with your landfill gas, you effectively double that when you take the CO2 out. So if you had 3% nitrogen in your landfill gas and you take the CO2 out, you now have effectively 6%. Well, if the pipeline spec says no more than 5% inerts, you can't put the product into the pipeline. So these ones, you really require an extremely high degree of well field operation to reduce the O2 and N2 in the gas that comes into the plant, or you have to install nitrogen removal, which is another capital-intensive and expensive step in the process. Historically, these have been fairly large facilities because they are very capital and operationally expensive. Most of them have been 3,500 CFM or above, but we're seeing this trending down recently. Here's an example of one. It's owned by the University of New Hampshire. It processes 7,500 CFM of landfill gas. It uses a pressure swing absorption process to remove the carbon dioxide. They also have 3.2 megawatts of self-generation there to power the process facility. It's an approximate 8-mile pipeline, and there the gas is co-fired with natural gas in an on-campus power facility. This is the Winder facility owned by Conway McKenzie. They process about 2,800 CFM of gas. This is one of the ones that are kind of trending down a little bit in size. The CO2 is removed with air liquide membranes, and then the gas is put into a natural gas pipeline. Some of the what I call emerging or limited use technologies, and they've been alluded to in some of the other talks, microturbines. There's about 20 facilities out there right now using microturbines. Fuel cells, there's 2 or 3 facilities that have done it. I think only one that I know that's continually operating. Vehicle fuels, there's about 5 facilities operating right now, and they do produce CNG and LNG. So they're out there, but they haven't really broken through any of these technologies to be a mainstream common use yet. So why do people want to do this? Why do they get into this market? What are the movers? Well, there's the energy value of the energy asset. There's the value of the environmental attribute, like RECs that Jerry was talking about. There are some other incentives out there, and then capital and credit moves this market a lot as well. The energy value, landfill gas competes with both the natural gas and power markets. So, if you just strip everything else away, you don't have anything else out there, it's got to compete with either a power product or a gas product. For your power product, the power pricing is highly variable across this country. Some parts of the country where, well, as Jerry said, in most cases utilities will only offer their avoided cost, which typically are far too low to support an energy project, a landfill gas energy project. An avoided cost in some parts of the country where the power is primarily coal or hydroelectric can be very, very low, 3 cents, 2 cents a kWh. But there may still be some opportunities for what we call retail deferral. If you are a power user that has a large power bill, like a wastewater treatment plant, you might find that you can do a landfill gas or digester gas project and actually produce your power cheaper than what you're paying for from the utility. So that's just on the energy value alone, that is kind of how some of these projects get done.